Six Flags New England. New England's premier park. Pretty much the only theme park in New England. You've got a couple of smaller ones, but I'm going to go over all the details, everything you guys need to know. It's a great place to go to. A lot of stuff for young kids, pretty much anyone of any age. It's an awesome park. It's located in Agawam, Massachusetts. I think I said that right. I'm not even sure, but it's kind of surprising seeing how I lived up there for years. But I just wanted to show you guys this because this is like insane to me. Just take a look at this preferred parking. $50. If you don't get the preferred parking, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, I think it's like way over there that you gotta park and walk way up. It's like probably like a half a mile. So basically, upon entering, you're gonna see this big, huge grand carousel. It was built in 1909. This section of the park is the Main Street Plaza area, and I don't believe there's any rides there, but just a bunch of shops, different places to eat at, things like that. You can get your Flash Pass there if you want. I wouldn't recommend doing it because it's very pricey, and from my experience, this was a Friday, and you can see it's very dead in there. Now, it picked up during the day, but it was not a very busy day for a Friday. So, like I always say, scope out the situation and see what you got going on, and then go from there. But moving on, if you go to your left here, you're going to get to the north end area of the park. Just to let you guys know, there's roughly 8 different areas in this park, or sections, or whatever you want to call them, themed areas, not including the water park, as I'm not doing a review on the water park here. But this is the north end, and you will find 3 different roller coasters over here: Flashback, Pandemonium, and Wicked Cyclone. Flashback, I can't tell you anything about it. It's probably terrible. I mean, it's a Vekoma boomerang. Everybody knows they suck. But moving on, Pandemonium, awesome Gerstlauer. Heading further back, you'll see the only water ride offered in the park, and that would be Blizzard River. And it's pretty cool. 1,350 feet of river to float through, I guess. The manufacturer's Hopkins Rides. So moving on, you'll also notice the New England Sky Screamer, and that's a pretty cool ride. It's 400 feet tall, spinning you at roughly 35 miles an hour, and the views that you get are amazing. The manufacturer's Fun Time, I've never even heard of them, but it was built in 2014, and it's quite a ride, let me tell you. You see those little metal chains holding you up there, and you're like, oh my gosh, how's this even strong enough to hold me up here? But I don't know, I guess it's safe. Seems like a really cool ride, though. I did not get to check it out. I did, however, get to check out Wicked Cyclone, and I can tell you the airtime on this bad boy, incredible. I have this thing right up there with Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion. I mean, excellent ride. So one of the really nice things about Six Flags New England, they have 2 different kid areas. This section right here is Looney Tunes Movie Town. It has 10 rides and attractions. The other section that they also have is Kidsopolis, and they have 11 different rides and attractions over in that section of the park. They really do offer a lot for kids, and it's nice that it's split up. A lot of times you have these parks and they jam pack all the kids' rides in one little area. I gotta say, this was by far one of the best Six Flags I've ever been to. I had an excellent experience there. It was a very clean park, as you can see from my video footage here. There wasn't trash laying around, stuff was well maintained. There wasn't, holes through walls or any of that crazy stuff that I've seen at some of the other Six Flags. This was a very nice park, great atmosphere, very nice people there too. Shout out to a guy named Paul that I met there. Very nice guy. Just really nice people, really nice place. I highly recommend going and checking out Six Flags New England. I have to say it's probably up there in one of my top 10 favorite parks, and I've only been there one time. So as far as that goes, you definitely want to invest in getting a season pass there, at least for one member in your party, because if you don't, you're going to be paying crazy money for parking, like $35 for the regular parking, which is insane to me. So its other coaster that you just have to try is Superman the Ride. It was introduced in the year 2000 by Intamin. Its top speed 77 mile an hour, 208 foot tall, and 5,400 feet of track. The ride is roughly a minute and 30 seconds long, and it is awesome. So much airtime. So I just got off Superman. Look at that. Dude, what an awesome freaking ride, man. So much airtime, incredible. I think I have to agree with Chris from Airtime Thrills about Six Flags New England having the best 1-2 punch in the country. I mean, I like Millennium Force because of the speed, but the airtime that you get on this is freaking out of this world, man. I loved it. So they also have Riddler's Revenge, which is a Vekoma. Top speed of 50 mile an hour, a height of 109 feet, 2,260 feet of track, and it was built and introduced in 1997. Also is Batman the Dark Knight, and that of course is a floorless B&M with 2,600 feet of track, 55 mile an hour top speed, elevation of 118 feet, and the ride roughly lasts a little over 2 minutes, and that was built in 2002. So if you haven't noticed yet, they have a lot of excellent flat rides, one being this Harley Quinn Spin Sanity, and that has a top speed of 70 mile an hour, hoisting you up in the air to roughly 147 feet, and that was built in 2018 by Zamperla. Also is this S&S 4D coaster, which they're at most of the Six Flags parks now. Of course, they're themed after the Joker, but that's a pretty cool ride as well, man. It's so short. I'm not too crazy about them. I'll go on them just for the credit, but they're just, you wait and wait and wait in line, and to me it just wasn't worth it. But that being said, I got my cup. I came up there to New England to check it out, And, it was a great experience. So I guess Gotham City Gauntlet Escape from Arkham Asylum, the ride was closed. It looked like a nice little wild mouse, but I believe it's closed for a while. But anyway, this was Catwoman's The Whip here with a height of 26 feet, almost 1,200 feet of track. It's roughly only a minute long. Was built in the year 2000 by Zarir. Pretty cool little ride though. So, if you plan to visit Six Flags New England, my best advice I can give you is get to the park roughly 30 to 40 minutes before park opening. This will save you a headache of having to park a mile away, for one thing. Number two, definitely invest in a season pass if you plan on going there. Number three, you have to try Wicked Cyclone because it's freaking awesome. Thunderbolt, that's also an awesome ride. And then they have a great drop tower, Scream. But that being said, I hope this video was helpful in some form or fashion. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks again.